K1. Welcome again to my library living room. Here I am with my friends, Bear and Monkey, and somewhere back there, is the big bad wolf and Penelope. And we're all here today to share a new story with you. And the new story has a little bit to do with a story that you should have watched me read already, the one called Bear Shadow. And if you remember in this story, Bear was having a problem with his shadow. He kept following him around, and Bear was trying very hard to get rid of his shadow. On this story, I would like to read you this morning. It's called The Black Rabbit, and this book is a story about how this little rabbit was trying to get away from this big black rabbit. But before I start the story, one thing I need to say is I hope you like my pink hair. I thought I would make things a little more spicy today, and I decided to have pink hair to match the pink carves on my dress. And of course, my pink flower and my pink necklace. One more thing before we start the story. Let's look at the covers. So this book that we already read has a big A. And we all know that this comes from the alphabet. And now that we're in K1, we've been talking about these letters on the front of the book because the books that you choose to take home in our library all have a big letter of the alphabet on the front. But today's book does not have a big black letter. And that's because K1, this book is in the PB section of the library. It's where the year 1s and the year 2s and above can take their picture books. But I'm still going to read this book to you because it has something to do with your UOI about shadows and light. So, The Big Black Rabbit by Philippa Leathers. Rabbit woke up one morning and stepped out of his burrow into the bright sunlight. It was a beautiful day. But something was wrong. He was not alone. Rabbit was scared. "Go away, Black Rabbit," he cried. But the Black Rabbit did not move. Rabbit ran, but the Black Rabbit was right behind him, so Rabbit ran even faster. Now, K1, you're thinking to yourself, Black Rabbit? What's making the Black Rabbit? So if the small rabbit is running faster, then what is the big black rabbit doing? Yes, if you said running faster, or you were thinking running faster, then you were correct. The Black Rabbit won't find me here, thought Rabbit, and he hid behind a tree. Bear did the same thing in the other book, and his shadow disappeared. I don't see a shadow here. But when Rabbit stepped out from behind the tree, of course, what do we see, K1? Yes, there was the Black Rabbit right in front of him. Maybe he's not a good swimmer like me, thought Rabbit. And he jumped into the river and swam to the other side. But as he pulled himself onto the bank, who do you think he saw? I'm sure you guessed. The Black Rabbit climbed out of the water too. "What do you want?" cried Rabbit. trembling. "Why are you following me?" But the black rabbit did not reply. Why did he not reply? Yes, I think you're right. Rabbit began to run again, faster than he had ever run before, straight into the deep, dark wood. And here's a sign. It says, "Welcome to the deep, dark wood." Now, I know lots of stories that take place in the deep, dark wood. One of them has to do with the little girl who wears a red hood. Who do we know hangs out in the deep, dark wood? Let's keep going and see if we're right. The forest was dark and quiet. The black rabbit was nowhere to be seen. Why? Why is the black rabbit gone? With a sigh of relief, Rabbit sat down and nibbled a carrot until he noticed two eyes shining brightly in the dark. "Oh no," thought the rabbit. "The black rabbit has found me." Is that true? Do those eyes belong to the black rabbit? Of course not. You all know that because we know who hangs out in the deep, dark woods. Our friend here, the big bad wolf. But it was not the black rabbit. Have a look. Rabbit ran as fast as he could out of the deep, dark wood, and the wolf came right behind him. And then he tripped. Rabbit scrambled to his feet, but it was too late. He shut his eyes tight and waited for the big bad wolf to get him. Oh, but nothing happened. The big bad wolf looked up. What do you think he saw? They're out of the deep, dark forest. Yes, there, standing in the sunlight behind Rabbit, was the black rabbit. And all we could see running into the woods was the back of the big bad wolf. Rabbit smiled, and somehow he knew that the black rabbit was smiling back. Hand in hand, they bounced off across the field. Okay, that's the end of the story. So, very similar between this book and this book. Maybe you could think about how these two books were the same. And, oh, wait a minute, sorry. Big Bad Wolf wants to say something. The Big Bad Wolf is saying to me, why aren't there any stories with a big good wolf in them? Maybe we could think up a story and we could tell a story, not read a story, but tell a story about a good wolf. Would you like that? Yeah, let's see what he says. Oh, yes, he would like that very much. Okay, say goodbye to K1, Big Bad Wolf. Bye. Bye. Till the next time.